Hello, English students. Let's talk about your argumentative essay that's coming up and give you a little bit of explanation of what I expect from this essay. First of all, let's talk about what you should not do. What you should not do is give me a paper explaining your topic and only doing that. This is an argumentative or persuasive paper. And that means that in this paper, you are going to need to choose a stance on whatever topic it is that you choose, and you're going to need to defend that stance. Now, by doing this, you need to choose a topic that has two or more sides to it, and it's usually going to be a somewhat controversial topic, and you're going to need to be either for or against it. Some classic examples are abortion, for or against, the Second Amendment, if you're for it or against it, but it doesn't have to be that drastic. You could write your argumentative essay on something as simple as why you believe cursive should still be taught in school. If you're for cursive still being taught in school, that's a stance on the topic. If you are against cursive being taught in school, that's a stance. Let's see, another simple topic. I should have prepared for this, right? Another simple topic that you could possibly choose is Pokemon is the best video game ever. Now that's one stance. Pokemon would be your topic, and saying that Pokemon is the best video game ever would be your stance. That could be your thesis statement. Or you could choose the opposite and say that Pokemon is the worst video game ever. Now, whatever your stance is, you're going to have to defend it. Now, what you will want to do in defending this paper is you're going to want to come up with points or arguments for it that are going to help persuade your reader that your position is correct. I know that in the readings and the textbook and everything, we've gone over a multitude of ways to do this, and the classic way is to present multiple points for your argument, usually 2 to 3 that can go in your body paragraph. And then you also need to include one point that goes against your argument that you can give a rebuttal to. And that means that you're going to state something that would normally seem like it's going against your topic or your thesis. Sorry, it looks like it's going against your stance or your thesis. But what you're actually going to end up doing is you're going to state the objection, and then you're going to argue against that objection. So it's going to turn the negative against your stance into a positive for your stance, because you're going to tell why that negative is wrong and why you should actually be pro whatever your stance is. So, what I do not want you to do in this argumentative essay is just talk about the topic. Yes, I get students every semester that just talk about the topic and never mention a stance. If you do that, automatic fail. To create an argumentative essay, you have to think of one thing. You have to argue your point. It is a persuasive paper, an argumentative paper. You have to pick a side and you have to defend it. There is no sitting on the fence. There is no middle ground. You must choose one side or the other side and defend it from the opposite perspective. Do not fence ride. Do not be like, oh, I am so wonderful. I believe both sides are right. Bull crap. That's not an argumentative essay. That's not a persuasive essay. Your assignment is to choose a side, stick with it, and defend it. If you cannot do that, write me an email and I'll try and help you out the best that you can. Please do not ride the middle. Pick a stance and stick with it. That is the most important part of the argumentative essay. You are here to persuade the reader that your position is the correct position on this topic. It doesn't matter whether it really is or not the right perspective. What matters is that you can argue it effectively. If you can do that, then you're going to do a good job. Thank you. Good luck.